You said, like, how important is research in your art?
Super important. I feel like that's the foundation. Even from the sculpture work. Like everything is informed by research first. It's personal experience, but I always weave personal experience, history and legacy with the research that I do. So to be able to like connect all those things into like even like what you were saying with the Chief Keef, like it has to be pulled from somewhere. Like that polo was something that we grew up wearing. I didn't have one, but all my friends did, and like that effect of like what that moment was, like you remember that and you see how it's like carrying forward, especially like I feel like right now we're looking internally as a people. And when I look internally, I look to those moments and like what that was. And like it was almost a moment of joy, but like it's so packed and layered with all these different things. You now look at it with, your big grown lens and see what that actually is. Yeah.
So how do you, so you have like the hooping, you got Chicago, you got art, you got research. Like, how do you funnel all of this in your mind? How do you like streamline it so it comes out on a canvas like exactly how you want it?
Yeah,
Because there's a
yeah.
lot of different elements that you like have floating around. So how do you decide on like how, like what am I going to put on this canvas?
You got to really sit and think for a little bit. Like when I put up the work, sometimes I'll like you just have to let it hit you in that moment. You know, I'll be doing all these sketches, even like the sizing of the canvas, or even if I'm gonna do canvas, am I gonna make this a sculpture? Is what language does this really speak to? Um, I feel like that's the most difficult part at times because you think about scale, you think about, do you want it to feel intimate? Do you want it to be on the ground? Do you want it to be high? Like, how do I position these things? But I feel like that's when instinct kind of takes over because when you've been doing it for a minute, you just have an intuition about it,